Hello guys! Today we're making another video about an alternative of humanity. Well, last episode we reached 25 subs, which is a lot for me. And because of that, I added the flags of a few nations, and I'm still going to add them. I'm going to make like one video every 2 weeks to make more flags. The next ones are going to be the colonies and stuff, but let's not talk about that now, because we're now going to talk about the political map. Well, there's going to be a little war that's going to happen, and it's going to be in between, and strangely, in between northern Africa and Portugal. How's that going to go? Well, let us see. The situation of Portugal is not the best at the moment, but that does not mean it's bad. Well, I simulated the battle, and they firstly got this and won by a lot with over 1 million casualties from Portugal. They also get war over here, and they get this and these two, trying to reach the capital. Also, at this period, the Portuguese created an emergency capital here in Brazil. Let's continue here. They got this province, and this is going to be their peak from the invasion. They're going to get this too. Sorry for saying that before it was the peak. Now it's the peak, and now they're going to start losing. They lose territories here. They lose territories all over here. And while this, I'm still watching, and my friend is desperate for help. He's almost passing out, and then he captures these areas. They finally leave, and then here comes the counterattack. Well, they're going to attack again, but this time I forgot to simulate the battles a bit shorter, and now they won. They captured this, and while this, I was here in the corner just minding my own business and invading parts of the northern African nation too. And while this, Portugal was just suffering here, almost passing out because he's being invaded. Sorry, this is going to be the territory of the peace treaty. Well, after that happened, after that bit of a humiliation for a sec, they finally were able to get this. And oops, there's also this over here. And this is now the map. There's also the colonization of Portugal that he should not have done because he's still unstable economically and politically. I'm going to talk about that later. And they get all of this in the end. While I sadly only get these provinces, and it was mostly because I almost forced him to do it. This province goes to Libya, and this province goes to Sahara Republic, or the Sahrawi. This goes to the Grey Nation. For now, this is the world. Taking out the provinces, this is the world. Now, there's a religious fanatic that is over here in like Lisbon, where Lisbon is today, and they're an anarchist. They're wanting full anarchy here in Portugal, colony independence and stuff, and then Portugal is able to silence them. Good. Now it's officially year 1860. Well, I don't have much stuff to do now because, like, I already did what I was supposed to do for this episode, except Portugal is able to do an economic alliance with Ireland. I tried to secretly ally with them, but to no avail, sadly. I was not able to get an alliance with Scotland. And why? Colombia and Portugal planned to invade me. Well, then she secretly asked me to invade Portugal, which is a bit like, what the? And yeah, that's a bit strange. It's 1860 and relations are very tough here in Europe. Italy wants to get these territories back from Gdansk. Oh, cool. There's some purple. Wait, purple? Wait, what the hell? What was a purple nation that was here? Was Germania I don't think Germania was purple. That's strange. Anyways, then there's a bit of an incident here. There's a bit of an incident where troops here in Poland accidentally shoot Brisk's troops, and Brisk wants a war, so they, of course, declare war on Poland. And Poland is really weak, but they're going to be able to get some territories. This is going to kind of violate the treaty here, because now Italy is invading an ally of France, which is an ally of the Mediterranean Republic, which is an ally of Portugal and Galicia, which is an ally of Crimea. And because of that, after that, a large turn of events, war. But it's not war just in Europe. There are other colonies in the world, and they're going to join the war against him that doesn't even have a colony. Portugal. The Mediterranean Republic is going to start by invading the southern part of Italy, and by that, the First World War starts in the world. France also joins to at least liberate the Germans. What that they're able to do, and well, this Brisk is kind of losing, but Greece, Libya, and Romania are allies of Brisk, so they joined the war too. So now it's a war in between all of these powers over here. Libya starts invading over here. I start losing battles, which kind of hurts me, kind of emotionally hurts. And wait, I need the province map. Province map. They regain their old territories. I think these are their old territories. Yeah, they are. And Brisk reinvades. While this I'm crying here in the corner, I don't know what to do. So, Then, to destroy my life even more, Greece invades Malta and Sicily, which is not even supposed to be theirs. It's supposed to be Brisk's. But then I lose my pretty territory over here. I loved that territory. It was so cool. I really loved it. But then they start reaching Tunisia, and they reach this. It's like 5 days after the war started. So yeah, I'm pretty scared. And I start to attack again, to re-attack, to re-invade. Well, I am able to get the old territories back. I'm sadly not able to regain the territories over here. France is now going to ask for other allies, including the Northern Alliance, to join the war. Problem is, they're going to not go to only the red team, but a few are going to go to the yellow team. Example? Well, Romania is going to ask for Russia to join, and Russia is going to join, so one less ally. Then Romania is also going to ask for Anatolia to join, but they're going to deny, and they're also going to ask for Ireland to join, but they decline. Egypt then joins. In the Red Alliance, well, everyone who hates Brisk joins, which are pretty interesting in the size and the number, which are Ireland, Cornwall, Norway, Sweden, Gdansk, and Finland, still having the same ideology as them. Karelia is going to think about joining, but they're going to be neutral for now. But they're going to be neutral for now. Then, the Northern Republic is asked to join, but they don't. Of course, they won't join or else they're going to be wrecked. Well, interestingly, people thought that Scotland was going to join the side of the red team, of course, because they hate Brisk, right? Well, they secretly allied with Brisk, and now they're allies. Oh yeah, talking about alliance, before Portugal asked to ally with Brisk, but thankfully Brisk denied and told me what's happening, so I almost declared war on him and exposed him to the world. But no, that did not happen. He paid me the 500 million in GDP, so now I'm able to be in peace. And he too, or else he's going to die. Well, Poland is going to invade Germania, and capture this. For now, what they want the most is Brisk. They don't care about anyone else, while I'm here crying for this territory over here that I still didn't gain or lose, which is a bit surprising and scary. I don't want to lose my territories. I don't want to die. Brisk is then going to try to recapture these territories, but they're going to fail. So then they decide to invade France again, like always, and it's 100,000 colonies and stuff. So then they're going to invade, like always. The only thing they know what to do is invade. They gain Milan. Is that Milan already? No. They get Provence. Is that Provence? I think this is Provence. They reach Provence or province, and then France is almost taken, almost captured. And I'm still here suffering. But Portugal is still neutral because I didn't ask him yet on the phone what he should do. So then Brisk takes these territories and France then retakes these. They're still winning. Brisk is still winning. But that's going to come to an end, maybe. Maybe not. They're going to get all of this. And now it's the moment that I should start introducing armies. So let's start with the armies map, which is above alliances. No, above capitals. I said above capitals. Oh yeah. Above capitals, which are armies. Well, let's start with the first army, which is the first armies, which are the French armies, which are going to be, we should do dark blue, dark cyan, and we're going to get the troops. We're going to put them over here. Oops. We're going to put them over here. We're going to put a lot here in the capital because, of course, troops in the capital are necessary. There's also going to be a large number of troops over here. And there are many troops here in Madrid and in its puppet state. How there's an invasion over here, there are many troops attacking over here, which is pretty like logic. Wait, I'm just going to fill this. And then Brisk, which is already dark, I'm going to put them to darker color. And they're here too. They're also in here on the puppet. I'm doing this so that I can show like flankings and stuff. They're also here occupying this. And they're over here that just occupied this. And they're over here bordering Greece. They're also bordering Anatolia. And they're trying to invade the puppet over here. There's the Polish area here, and there's also, talking about Poland, Poland's like this, and then I'm just going to make that darker. There are many troops over here, and a few over here. Then there are a few on the capital, but most left for obvious reasons. They're also here in Romania. They're not here in Romania yet. And he's bordered, almost fully bordered by Russians. Well, for now, let's do that. And we're going to get these troops over here and move them closer to the Brisk troops, because the Brisk troops are leaving because of like problems with other stuff, but they're forced to leave this area, and then the French come back to retake their old territories with all of these, except this one, which is going to go through a naval path down here, and is going to try to land over here. The other troops that are going to Italy are over here. This double troop. Why did I do this as double? This is so strange. They're going to go here, and they're going to be able to go and reach Briskian territory because, of course, Brisk is not here to defend, so they're, of course, going to lose territory. Wait, here the political map. France reconquers this, and France also gains this over here. They gain this small city, and this is now the start of the death of Brisk. Then these three troops are going to go over here, going to go south, while the Briskian troops are here. And this one is going to go through a different path to try to attack these that are already losing a bit of territories. Then this one is going to stay here to guard and is going to stay over here, while this one is going to stay over here, go and attack. Then they go and attack each other, which the Briskians cannot do anything because they're going to be flanked. So they are able to move over here. And this cycle is going to bring the downfall of Brisk over here because they're all being encircled. So they're going to keep up attacking. These troops are here. They're attacking here. And some troops have even passed and are starting to invade the actual territories of Brisk. Here the armies, finally, Briskian troops are taken out. Wait. Briskian troops are finally taken out of this region to go and attack this guy. And because of that, they're going to lose a major area, which is over here. We also have to go to this map of main cities. Then these Briskian troops go around to try to attack him, and because of that, these troops are going to go around to help this army, the 4th or 5th army. Then these ones also attack over here, and a new front. And now Brisk is attacked on two fronts. These 4 troops go around here and are able to mostly take out the Briskians. And now it's already pretty bad for Brisk, but it's now even worse because Brisk is forced to move to main cities to defend them from enemies, which is not good. So probably that means that Polish and French troops are going to massacre, they are already. That doesn't mean just because the French troops are attacking doesn't mean that they're going to lose a bit. Just saying. Oops, not that. They're going to go here, and eventually the whole area falls. This doesn't yet. The Poles, they are pretty pissed with with Brisk, so that's why they're really attacking. They're attacking a lot. So, well, the Gdanski are wanting to join too because they want more territories in this. So, these are the troops. Wait, what? I think this is the size. Yeah, this is the size. They're going to stay over here. They're going to stay over here. And finally, they're going to invade. These two are going to go south and attack these Briskin troops, while these three are going to go north to get these territories that they also want. Well, this Brisk is starting to lose popularity, and the French reached this area, and these people are able to move and start attacking the Briskians from over here. Then, finally, the Briskians decide to attack the undefended puppet state, but it's still not going to do anything. Still, if they're going to run over it, and here Brisk is going to do a bit of a problem, a bit of an error. You know why? As you can see, Brisk's troops are leaving Anatolia. So, that's an easy and vulnerable spot to be invaded. That's what the Anatolians thought, so they went to war. Because of that, the troops that are all here are finally going to go to action and attack. Oops, oh no. They're finally going to go and attack their enemy that they really wanted to conquer a long time ago, but they weren't able to, sadly and happily. Then troops are also called over here to go around the Black Sea to attack Romania, which they do, and they start attacking the capital with all of their might. First, this army, which has approximately 1 million, 2 million people, but then these two also join. And now, the old Danube is fricked. He's done for. Because now, they're going to be conquered, which is exactly what's going to happen now. Because, obviously, they acted poorly and they lost the capital. Then, after this, Romania collapses, and now let's just update this so that we can show. Then they go over here. The Briskians are already over here, actually. And over here, the Gdanski are attacking the well-deserved Briskians, well-deserved Italians. Over here, too, the Polish are going to make an attack down south, bringing these bringing these troops to here and bringing these troops to here. And then these troops here attack each other and they're flanked. This will completely destroy this army and let them advance. This is going to be a big thorn on the Polish side, but they're going to bring the emergency armies to take him down. You go here, and they finally invade Novgorod. Novgorod is noticing what will happen, so they sign an armistice with Poland, and because of that, they're going to give away all of this to Poland. But they're not going to attack Novgorod, and they're just going to attack Brisk. Well, continuing with the armies here, this army wins, so they're able to go and flank the Italians that were flanked before. So now that campaign, the mini campaign that they did was for no avail, and now they're losing. Then here in Poland, stuff is still terrible for Brisk, as the whole thing surrenders to Poland. Because of this, the armies over here are forced to evacuate before they can do anything, before Gdański soldiers can do anything. And for a desperate move, they fund rebels in the Romantian Empire, which is now an empire, and it works. Now, Iberia is back. Wait, let's just go here, because now it's completely the same nation. The troops over here declare independence, and this is going to be a painful front for the French. And Portugal is going to have to do something finally. So this is the end of the episode. They're attacking here in Brisk, and Brisk lost its puppet, and Brisk is forced to leave. You're going to notice something else that's going to happen over here for another reason. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and bye-bye.